Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Hey, it worked.
It did work.
Look at that production value. And thank folks because of your generous donations, we've been able to add GIFs and video clips, and that's it.
And top tier talent. I mean,
yeah,
we don't get you on here every week for free. I mean, that costs big bucks.
Big bucks, and this is we're what you have to show for it. So good on you for that. Welcome to Thursday night. Welcome to another episode of Figure Action. We're glad you made it out. We're glad to see you in the chat, in the comments. We're glad that you're here with us. As wise men, many wise men on Facebook once said, like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to pretend like none of you have done Facebook before. You've all Facebook before. Do all the Facebook things that you're supposed to do that make us happy and make us not want to bitch about it every single episode. We want to get to 500 subscribers and beyond. So tell friends about us and like positively, like, hey, here's a channel that you should under no circumstance subscribe to. Like, say good things about us. I think that's a good approach.
Yeah, definitely.
So with us tonight, we have Joe and T-Man. T-Man is currently fighting for a PS5 on Walmart.com, so we're going to give him a minute to fight the good fight.
He is digitally pushing little kids out of the way to get that PS5.
It just let me tell him what address I want to send it to you.
Keep going, man. You be a digital Anakin Skywalker and just off all those younglings in line. So to start the evening out, we'll start with Mr. Joe. Joe, tell us how you've been. Did you get anything cool?
I'm doing all right, and I'm getting ready for another vacation, so I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow is my last day, and then I'll officially be on vacation. As far as what I got, a good friend of mine hooked me up with a smoke screen, and I've already maybe ruined it. Maybe I made it better. I don't know. You be the judge. I could not stand the huge blue rear end of no color whatsoever. So I tried to do a little bit of painting, and I think it turned out okay. But I added a brake light bar, and I kind of added some color, some blackness to the exhaust tips.
I think that makes its rear end pop. I think you've made it pop. And
yes,
I think you've
not that you'll ever be just like looking at its rear end, but
you might be.
You know, yeah, maybe I'll just put this on my shelf, and when you walk into my room, why is smoke screen backwards all the time? It's because I painted that and I want to show it off. That's why.
And
do you think a robot before we end?
Oh yes, I also made his wheel pegs darker, which didn't really turn out all that great, but it did.
You might want to hit those again.
Yeah, because I used the Gundam marker on it, and I probably should have used like an actual paint, but I didn't. So I will try that again. But yeah, I like them. It turned out pretty good, I think. But that's all I got. It's been a slow week. How about you? We're gonna give T a couple more minutes. He's fighting digitally here. Click faster, T. You need auto.
His head. That's a bad
you need autofill. You should have had all of this ready to go.
Guys, in the comments, do the little prayers hand thing for T. Just start spamming the comments. That tends to help. From all the Facebook comments I've seen, there's a lot of people that have been helped by that. So go ahead and send those in for well wishes for T to make sure he gets his PlayStation 5. Which if I'd have known it, we wouldn't have known. But if I'd have thought so at this point that you would have wanted one, I would have kept mine on pre-order that I ended up canceling. Then everybody would have been good. But I didn't do that.
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah, you didn't hear that.
I can't believe you canceled a pre-order. It's not like you.
That's totally out of character.
It is.
Amazon was like, the Amazon called me. They said, "Are you
sure?
Right?
Are you okay?"
Yeah. Meanwhile, you go to my order history and hit canceled, and it's just, pages of cancellations. I'm so wishy-washy when it comes to ordering stuff.
That's a big purchase.
It is, and it was a bad time for it. I don't know, just the timing's not right, especially with the holidays ramping up and Christmas shopping. And I think the fact that there's in my opinion, no launch titles that really make me want to buy it right now there's nothing coming out that I can't play on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One that I have. So I'm kind of happy with what and new console generations. It's always better to just kind of wait and see what pans out with the hardware. But I digress. I've had a decent week. Busy. Work has flown by, and I too have had a slow week. All I was able to get was a little bit of Venom, a little bit of movie Venom. And it was good. This was so on release day, Target had a street date for this guy, and I got notified that he was in stock. So I went and did an in-store pickup. I ended up not getting to the store until like almost the end of the next day, and thought, well, I wonder if they'll still be on the shelf. Nope, everything was cleared off. So if I hadn't have done the in-store pickup, I wouldn't have gotten him. And it was there, and it was easy, and I walked out with my product. And he's cool. I like him. Like him a lot. That's all I got this week, though, that I can think of. I threw some boxes away. That's a big deal for me. I went through my totes and threw some boxes out. In fact, they're right here. They're still in the trash can where I can still recover them if I feel the need to change my mind.
Your boxes fit into a trash can?
Just the small ones, the ones I haven't broken down. Did you get it? Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Is that like, oh, dear, we can't believe you got it?
Oh, dear. Better luck next time.
Well,
so do you want to?
Santa hates you.
Do you want to keep
Santa will bring
fighting?
you one.
Oh no, it's over.
Maybe it didn't happen because Santa is bringing you one Christmas Day, so you just got to be patient.
Yeah.
You think Santa saw you in the queue trying to pre-order it, and he goes, ho, 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 hold it, T-Man. It's not time for you yet. and he nixed your pre-order.
Yeah, he had to call. He had to call down to the hacker elves and hack Walmart's website.
You know, with the digital age, he probably has hacker elves that he needs.
He probably does.
I mean, he's fighting for those pre-orders too, except he needs like 30,000 of them or more, put into his cart.
The elves make them. That's what my mom told me.
Yeah, but your mom, the elves in your day, didn't have to deal with the bullshit. They didn't have to make high-end electronics.
By elves, if you mean underage Chinese slave labor, yes, the elves do make them.
So that's a great transition into, hey, T-Man, how are you?
I am great. Besides the fact that I just got all the way into the cart and was trying to select my address, and it was like, nah, not today. But I got some honey cheese curls, since you can see it right there. I also got Airwave finally. I think that's his name. Wait, I got the packaging right. Yeah, Airwave.
It's so memorable.
Yeah. Super popular character from cartoon episodes.
Why is his name Airwave when I'm pretty sure he just turns into like a platform that sits on the ground?
Right. Oh, he does turn into like a missile launching station, like an anti-air, I guess. I got Cyberverse Shockwave. I really like him. I think he's the best one out of all of them. I've like no problem with him almost. I think about the only thing I could possibly have a problem with is this panel right here. It doesn't like click into place, but it stays tight, and all his other joints are tight.
Got some pretty good light piping.
That's a premium tube on the back too. Super
Yeah,
premium.
this tube is really thick. Like, I'm shocked. He comes with a gun. He doesn't need a gun. Oh, he also comes with a handgun with a blast effect, and he doesn't need a handgun. And the handgun is even painted. I was like, they went the extra mile with this guy. I got these Jada toys, Nano Hollywood rods, like 1960 Batmobile, Batcycle, and Joker-mobile. This came in, I completely forgot about this. The Autobot twins. They're called the Biosphera Autobot clones. As far as on their Galactic Odyssey collection, which is basically Generation Select. I think this is more interesting than them. This whole map with all the planets on there. Micron is actually a planet, which I think is interesting. And Botropolis. I don't know where that is.
We're going to talk about that.
I don't know if all these places are from one planet. Biosphere, Dominus, Paradrone, and Botropolis, or whether they're their own planet. But clones be cloning. My hero Stain, he looks extremely good. So good that even though after I saw the GameStop price tag, I still picked it up. And the guy, the cashier, he didn't argue with me. He was like, treat yourself.
That's so damn nice of him, too. If I'd have known you were looking for him, I saw him in Best Buy last weekend for $20.
I'm going to pretend.
Yep.
I didn't spend $5 extra. But I got the evilest of Lens from the, what is this officially called? Masters of the Universe Origins. So, in some people's mind, I got a doll. I got the Flame Trooper, or whatever they're officially called.
The Incinerator Trooper.
Yeah, Incinerator. He's really good. And I need to review him. And I started to review him the other day, but the house was like a daycare around here. And I zapped out, and I'm going to delete that footage.
Now, the flame effect on that looked like it was sagging a bit. Does it require some kind of like fiery Viagra, or can it peg on a little bit better?
When I opened it, these little things right here, I guess where the fire would be coming out.
Right.
They were all the way up here. There's like two little grooves on the flame. If it pegged onto the main one better, it wouldn't need the Viagra, but yeah.
That's not bad.
It needs it. Like once you leave it on there for a while, it's going to start sagging. And this hand,
been there.
It was a regular grip, but I had to widen it to fit around.
That looks better anyway. Why would you have regular grip on the other side?
Right. I was wondering that because I was like, what is he supposed to do with his other hand?
Yeah, you make me want that figure. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
And through the news from Partsformer, I was able to get, and a little bit of help, I was able to make Toys Endgame, aka Dirge, who is just like all the other Seekers from Make Toys.
He looks good though.
Yeah, he's good. The only thing I have an issue with is the crotch panel is a little bit looser than the panel on the other Seekers, and I'm gonna have to go inside of this shoulder and put some type of polish in there because I tightened up the screws and it still just droops too much. But it's decent. Oh yeah, there are other issues, but I'm gonna save that for the review. Main other issue is the head. It's just the tolerances. A lot of the joints, except that one shoulder, all the joints are tight. So the joint that's in his neck that makes him look up is too tight. So when you try to make him look up, it doesn't want to bend and it makes his head just pop off the ball joint. But I think that is everything.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like you got a bunch of reviews coming soon too.
Maybe.
That's one of the good things. That's one of the perks of the show, folks. You get to preview all of T-Man's purchases and see what reviews are coming out on his channel. And by the way, his channel is linked in the description below if you want to catch it. But you probably already know he's a thing if you're here.
You also get to see the toys that I should have reviewed, and then 2 months from now, where's that review, T-Man? And you can bug me and force me to do it.
Yeah, go bug him in the comments because he likes fan interaction. And if you have like a fake porn site, you can also link to that in the comments too because he likes those.
Oh boy. Every single video, and I think they must have it set up where if you mark those comments as spam, you instantly get another.
It makes it worse.
Yeah, every time I marked it as spam and deleted it, I instantly had a new spam comment. Like I had.
Do you always get the comment like right away? Like the very first comment is someone wanting you to know that there are single girls in your area.
All right. I don't think they want me to know. I don't even know what happens when you click on that link, if it even actually takes you anywhere.
I think it installs spam on your phone or your device, so I probably would just avoid that. Yeah. You'd have better luck just going door to door and asking for the single girls. So why wouldn't you just do that? I don't know.
This week on the nightly news, Baltimore man arrested.
But it's better. It's fine.
I don't know. It's been lonely out there with people being stuck in the house. They might just let me in.
Right. You might have more luck than you think. It also occurs to me, too, that in our hauls this week, 2 of us got figures with insatiably long tongues.
Yeah.
Although yours isn't open yet. But
I might want to buy that.
The Venom? The Venom's good. Venom. He's the only thing that's weird about him, and Anthony's Customs pointed this out as well, and I get it, like his feet are very weird. And I know it's the movie design, but
he's like weirdly shaped, but
it's weirdly shaped.
Functional.
The ankle joints on this guy are a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's not too bad, but this is one of those few figures that would probably benefit from a toe hinge, but regardless, that's neither here nor there.
I think they were going for Xenomorph with that, since he was based on a Xenomorph anyway.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Like sort of with that design of his the way his head is shaped, and he's an alien that takes over your body.
I didn't know that.
If you another reason to tune in, you learned something new.
We all learned something. So we're going to start something a little different this evening. We had if anybody out there listening, fans of the show, enemies of the show, whatever. If anybody's out there listening and has a question for us, go ahead and drop it in the comments, either the live feed or the replay. I always go back. I usually go back and check comments. So if you have a question that you want us to answer on the show, leave it. We'll get to it. We like talking back and talking about what you guys want us to talk about. So that having been said, we got a question a few weeks back from Migatron Prime. That's Migatron. And his question is as follows. If you had a chance to start a third-party company, what type of toy line would you try to start? Anything goes in terms of IP, and feel free to include the reason you think the toy line would be a success. So if we could start our own third-party company, I pre-screened the question for the guys before the show, so they both have their answers ready to go, I'm sure. Joe, what do you think?
Oh, way to put me right on the spot.
I did.
So I was thinking about this. I maybe a line of transforming vehicles that turn into I think they got that covered. What about like I would, a retail level I know it's not really fitting the third party thing, but like retail price point BSG stuff all in one scale. I think that would be pretty cool. I know BSG may be a little bit dated, but of all the I have a lot of starships and stuff like that. I don't have hardly any Battlestar stuff because most of the Battlestar stuff is premium to the point where it's kind of prohibitive to collect. Like if you wanted like a squadron of Vipers and a Battlestar, it's way too much money. So I don't know if they could incorporate the actual figures as well, like the people, but the characters. But I would say like maybe in a small scale, so that you could have a Battlestar with an actual flight deck that comes out with all the fighters. That would be pretty cool. That's something I would buy.
Original series or remake?
No, the remake. Everyone knows. Everyone agrees.
So it's the best. It's the best version.
Yes, it is.
So it sounds to me like you've almost reinvented the old GI Joe 3 3/4 inch line with the vehicles and everything, except you've reskinned it as Battlestar.
Yeah, I guess. I
Which is a
wonder,
good thing. I agree.
I don't know how big a 3 3/4 scale Battlestar really would be. Like, would it be 12 feet long and then be too big, or would it be a appropriate? I think it'd be way too big. So maybe even a smaller scale, like maybe like a Diacone pilot size people scale. I don't know.
They had the USS Flag. You know,
they
had
did
the GI
yes.
the old school GI Joe, the big battleship. So I don't see why they couldn't do a slightly scaled down Battlestar. Again, I know a battleship and a Battlestar are two different sizes, but I mean, it's still for play value. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Yeah, that'd be something that at least I would buy. But it can't be something that's like it can't be something that's so expensive that you can't. Like, if you're going to spend $150 to $200 on a Viper, no. It's got to be like $25-$30 for a Viper.
Would you also think that instead of doing the entire Battlestar and just doing a hangar playset that could sit on a shelf and then like you could interact with it, instead of having the whole fucking ship and like that you have to clear out the middle of your floor for, but just have the hangar, and then you could buy another hangar that attaches onto it, like it's modular. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
modular. Yeah, that would be cool. If they had it to where it was modular, to where like each like you would buy, like you said, the hangar, the pod that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could buy the left and the right hand side, and then if you wanted to later decide that you wanted to get like the aft section of the ship, you could piece it together and make a Battlestar. Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that'd be the way to go.
And they're bringing Battlestar back, so I think it would. Yes, they are. They're bringing I think at first they said they were going to make a movie, but now I believe they've kind of scrapped that, and they're going to bring back a Battlestar series. So I think we are actually getting. I remember seeing something about Katie Sackhoff being really upset that she's not involved.
So it's not an extension of the.
No, it's like a new. Yeah, it's like
they're starting from scratch again.
Yeah.
So is everyone going to be a Cylon from the beginning of the show, or are they going to decide later to just?
I don't know how they're going to.
The rest of the cast.
I don't know how they're going to trick us this time around, but
okay.
Because any incredibly hot woman that we see on that show is going to be like, "You're a Cylon."
I mean, that means there's copies of her though, and I'm okay with that. Especially at 1/1 scale. Like if I could pre-order Grace Park, I would put in an order.
I mean, I think we can all agree that when we all found out that that Boomer was a Cylon, that was
15-year-old spoilers here, guys.
15, yeah,
a 10-year-old.
Sorry, yeah, yeah. We've only given you like 1,500 Tuesdays to get over it and get caught up on the show,
right?
But yeah, the actually that series is probably like one of the very first television series that I can remember watching, to where it was like before Walking Dead, where you actually like wanted to find out like what's going to happen next week kind of thing. And like, oh shit, she's a Cylon when she shot. And then when she shot Adama, like that was like the big cliffhanger thing, that was like, and then, Walking Dead people and those type of shows, people in Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I think BSG was the
serialized.
That was the first one that was like for that level for me anyway.
Yep. And then they pull back on the scene with all of the Grace Parks. They reveal that was my wallpaper on my computer for the longest time.
yes, and every one of your fantasies ever since.
It's factored in some way, yes. I won't go into details because this isn't that kind of show. T, what do you think about that? And do you have an answer to the question, or would you like me to answer? And would you continue to think?
One thing I think is this toy hurts to play with. It is sharp all over. But the things that I wanted or can think of they're being covered right now. The main thing, since everybody's doing Transformers. I was thinking about G.I. Joe, but then Hasbro started doing 6-inch G.I. Joes, and then outside of them, you got the Icon from the Foosh, and the Action Force stuff is coming out. They're coming out with the Sergeant Slaughter and whatnot. So the only thing I could think of that I want is GoBots, like full-on GoBots, not like random characters. I mean, not random stuff here or there. or like we only got that one masterpiece style Psykill. I mean, we do have other stuff that represent Psykill, but it's not really him. I would just make them straight up look like the GoBots look, just like all the other companies doing, like Fans Toys, just straight up steals Hasbro's IP.
So the Action Robo stuff doesn't do it for you to fill that void.
No. Like they went into a different direction, I think, and they're not based on the actual cartoon, which I'm shocked that Hasbro hasn't just done that. No.
A good answer.
Crackling.
Yeah, we're back to the crackling.
Let me see if it's me.
It is. It is you.
It doesn't want you to hold that bottle.
It no longer crackles. So when I read this question, the first thing that I thought of is the answer that I'm going to go with. And this third-party line would run in tandem with a bunch of different lines. It would mostly pair with Figma and SH Figuarts, but it would be a line of 1/12 scale villains. Because Figma and SHF don't always get deep enough into something where you get those other characters. So where Demonic Fit does all these like backfill characters for Dragon Ball, and they started doing the Ginyu Force, and then, you know, Bandai was like, oh, fuck you, we can do the Ginyu Force, and they started like, you know, rapid firing them out. But before that, it was like we would have thought it had been a long time before we got a Ginyu, so they filled that void. I would want, like, my first figure for this line would be a Figma style Ganon to go with your Figma Link, and then I'd do Metroid villains, and I would do
Ganon or Ganondorf.
Well, but why not both? I mean, I guess I'd start with Ganondorf and then go to Ganon after that, and then on and on. Dark Link, King DDD to go with Kirby. I guess I'm thinking a lot of video game, but then
Shredder to go with TMNT.
I was thinking too, like for Figma's My Hero line, Stain would be another one that would be a figure that I would come out with, and, you know, backfill in the villains for that. Just because these import companies don't like to do the bad guys that often, this would fill in all those gaps. And anybody that has a
One
collection,
Punch Man.
there
are so many.
Look how many characters.
There are so many disposable villains in One Punch Man that never amounted to anything because they just got one punched. But like Crablante.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Like,
you know,
that's what you would need.
And even some of the other heroes too that are like the side characters for both My Hero and One Punch Man. You have ridiculous characters. Some are maybe a little bit more important than others that you know they're never going to make. You think they're ever going to make a Mount Lady Figma? Or what's the name of the dude?
I don't think they'd ever make a Shigaraki Figma.
What's the name of the dude, the Gene guy?
Best Genius.
Best Genius. They're not going to make that.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to make.
Weird.
They're not going to make.
Dude is weird.
Yeah, exactly. But someone needs to do that.
And think of all the army building you could do. Like if I made oh shit, T, help me. What's the bag the in Legend of Zelda? I'm having a brain fart here. The bad guys that you always come across.
But Moblins and
Moblins. Thank you. What if you could army build Moblins and or fully posable Metroids, and you know, I think there's just so much Foot Clan. I could do Foot Clan for Ninja Turtles. You know,
Space Pirates from Metroid.
See,
that's the Ninja Turtle stuff pretty well covered right now with
a cheaper, more articulated version.
Okay.
That comes with a bunch of accessories, kind of like the, almost like the Red Ninja's got a ton of, you know, you could have a different Red Ninja that has different weapons with it and not display two the same way. I would have this like weapon or accessory pack that you could interchange and switch them out and make them different. I don't know. I'm looking at my collection and thinking there's some characters that would pair off well that they'll never get to. That's what my company would do. Villains. 1/12
Very cool.
scale villains.
Good stuff.
So, that's where I'm at. Joe, do you have the show notes up ready to go through some of this news?
I do not. Why am I supposed to be prepared?
Joe, you're the audio video guy.
I can do it though. I'm. It's only a click away.
You have the technology.
In fact, look at that. I've already got it.
You've already clicked the link.
I don't know what this is, but we're going to talk about it. Oh yeah, I do. I know what this is.
Just start from the top and work your way down. That's how I do it. We may not be talking about the same thing though.
Let's start with this picture because I think that maybe makes more sense.
That's cooler. That makes the set a little bit more. When I saw the pictures solicited for this, I'm like, what is this? Why do we get all these figures together? But now
there was a better picture too of this in the base mode that's not on this page. So talk about that, and I'll see if I can find it because it looked a lot better.
Yeah, for anybody listening that's not looking at their screen or for some reason listening to us audio only, God, I'm sorry about that. No, I'm sorry you have to see us if you're watching this video. I'm just sorry. This is the Galactic Botropolis set. It's an Amazon exclusive, and they're live now if you want to order it. But this is a multi-pack that is just another collection, a reason to repaint and resell robots in the Earthrise collection. That at least these make a bit of sense. It's more to be like a rocket space exploration set with a launch pad, not McQuack, and a couple different robots that do end up making sense together that are repainted. I don't know the specifics of which robot it is because I've never collected those, so T's going to have to jump in with his expert knowledge.
I don't know their names.
I mean, just like who they're based off of. I know that you've got the rocket Micromasters, and you have the fire truck Micromasters.
Yeah, that fire truck was a missile truck, I believe, at first.
Yeah.
Does it have a ladder? I can't see. No, it's still a missile.
No, I thought it was a fire truck. All right, so it's going to blast the rocket out of the sky for some reason. So that's like the playability is all in the set, Yeah,
it does look awesome all together. And they do not give you a discount. They charge you $20 for both deluxes and $10 a piece for both mini Micromaster sets.
So I mean, it's a set you can own. I guess it's just a way to get more value out of the molds and repaint things that normally wouldn't be repainted.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, and it's a cohesive looking set too. They're all painted well together. It's just it's
like back in the 80s, that would have been probably $8 for a base and some Micromasters, or maybe $10 for the base.
I'd say that'd be a $30 set back in the 80s.
I don't think I never got one of the bases. I didn't even know they existed, or I forgot all about them.
I had a few of those bases. They were pretty cool. I had the Decepticon rocket ship that had the blue mini rocket ship attached to it. And I'm sure someone in the comments can tell me what it's called or who the characters are. But that's what I played with the most of those, the Micromasters. Micromasters were awesome. And I had the shuttle set too, which is why I picked it up.
You were younger too.
I was younger.
About to get out of toys age when I started getting Micromasters.
Yeah, how'd that work for you?
I don't know where they are.
No, getting out of toys.
Yeah. It worked for about 8 years. Then I was back.
Well, I think I might be in for this. I have a thing for spacecraft. I could put this just like this in launch pad mode on my shelf, flamey end down, pointy end up.
And you could walk past your ready room and whoosh it around for a few minutes.
Yes.
Land it back down and feel satisfied.
I like how it's just, like you said, it's a whole cohesive base. The airwave mold or whatever, it's really good. In all three modes, I like it.
But like I said, Amazon exclusive. It's live now. I have no idea if it's sold out or not. But Amazon, oh my God, of all of them, Amazon is like the easiest ones to get. If it's out of stock, just wait a few days. It'll be back.
Right.
I can confirm that it is currently in stock. The pre-order is still live.
Are they down one pre-order since we started talking about it?
They may or may not be in about 30, 40 seconds.
Okay. Just curious about that. So, anybody else have anything to say about this?
No, cool. It's cool. But make sure you buy it off my Amazon link.
Oh shit.
You know, as we're talking about this stuff, you might want to Facebook post the links in case anybody wants to order from you. Because no one knows this, but when you order from T-Man's Amazon links, not only does he get a portion of the sale, but he lovingly packs and kisses your product himself and sends it on its merry way. So that's a little bit extra love that you wouldn't normally get from the evil, angry Amazon workers.
Are you still doing that? You can add in a little code kiss to each package?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's sending his love one infection at a time.
There are too many people.
So this says it comes out February 17th. And
damn.
Is that correct? February 17th? Does that sound right?
Beat the shit out of me.
Or am I getting a you're late to the party delay?
Neither one of us ordered it, so
gotcha.
We're not sure.
That's probably right because that's when the Beach War stuff is supposed to be coming out.
All right. It looks like we got some more pictures of the. I didn't even say Alexa. Of course, I did now. Damn it. We got some more pictures of the core class releases that are coming out.
So these are shipping right now. Some YouTubers stateside have them in hand and have been reviewing them. So I know a couple overseas sites have been sending them.
Optimus was supposed to be delivered to me on Monday or Tuesday, and that didn't happen. They pushed it back to December.
Which we talked about this earlier today. Amazon's been very wonky with their release dates here lately. They'll go from saying you're not getting this shit till next year to, hey, you want it tomorrow? You're getting it tomorrow.
And sometimes they just say, sorry, you're not getting it at all because we canceled your order.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's Walmart, I hear.
No, that's Amazon too. I had a Christmas gift I ordered for Katie, and it shipped out of Baltimore. I'm just 20 minutes north of Baltimore. It shipped out of Baltimore, went to Virginia, back to Baltimore, back to Virginia. Order canceled, undeliverable.
Sony ordered that sleep mode Optimus that was $35 the other day on Walmart.
Yeah,
they canceled.
Yeah, they've been Walmarting it up here lately.
Man, he's got some ample ball joints, doesn't he?
I'm not sure what the draw is of this class.
I don't know. It's for somebody.
It's a cheap little Optimus you can give your kid and have no guilt about or no feelings about.
I do the Rat Trap. I really don't care about, but the dinosaur dude, I like the look of that a lot. Either way,
is that one of the what do they call them? Like does he break apart into the armor?
No,
this one doesn't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fossilizer.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know.
Oh wait, I think they're calling them fossilizers.
Yeah, fossilizer.
That's right. Yeah, it's cool looking. I think it's good proportions too. It's not like crazy, make it weird looking because it's got to transform. But you could sit that on a shelf and it would be passable as just dinosaur bones.
I like them.
Yeah, I like him too. That might be like an impulse pickup if I see it in the store.
You know, it's funny seeing Rat Trap taller than Optimus.
Oh.
And did I see that somebody was it like Dr. Wu or something? Are they making a trailer for this guy?
No, that thing they're making looks even tinier than.
Is it?
An Optimus.
Yeah, I thought he was doing his own.
Yeah, I think they're making their own little Micromaster Optimus that's even smaller.
Yeah.
And they made a Beachcomber or whatever prototype, which I don't think is in our notes. Oh well.
But we just covered it, so there you go. You can just imagine what it looks like in your mind.
And I'm putting the link. I already put it in the live chat, but I'm putting it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
With that MicroMaster set.
Yeah, a lot of that Kingdom stuff for me is going to be a game day decision. I'm going to have to see it and hold it in my hand.
Yeah, I'm not committed to the Kingdom stuff just yet.
Megatron looks better than those pictures we just saw recently, where he has the bright purpley pink colors.
You know as well as I do, you can't trust the color schemes we see on these things until they're in hand.
Yeah.
So what do we think about this Grimlock?
I like it a lot.
What do we think about this wheelie?
He is replaced.
He's going to get pushed to the side somewhere, and then about a year from now, somebody will pick it up and be like, "Oh, I forgot I had that."
Right.
That wheelie is an accessory that should have been a sword. Should have been Grimlock's sword.
It should have been a sword.
Only may have to take the Prime versus Prime suggestion and use the sword from the Nemesis Prime that I don't have. So I had to find another sword.
I'm sure you've got one laying around.
Yes. I'm going to replace that wheelie instantly with the Times Return wheelie.
I'm glad that the neck is actually yellow as opposed to that one picture we saw where it was clear.
That's a divisive opinion, because I've heard both people lots of people complain about both directions.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the clear looked terrible.
The clear is the direct homage to the toy version from back from the days of yore, from the olden days.
I don't have a problem giving that as an option as like a exclusive or something later.
Yeah.
There's that damn crackling again. But yeah, I think the yellow, it should look like the freaking cartoon.
Now, the one thing I do have a problem with is why is that clear piece on his chest black?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like they always make everything super perfect, and then they like, how can we fuck this up?
It's almost like you're gonna have to put a repro label over top of that.
Right, and I bet you they already have it ready to go. Since people are getting these like 4 months in advance.
I'm gonna have to resist the urge to panel line this thing because it has a lot of areas where it could use it, but then again, I think it looks fine just the way it is.
So does that mean you're getting it?
Oh yeah, I'm in for this, definitely.
Okay.
I hope they release the rest. I hope this is not just a one in it.
Oh,
I want them all.
I heard rumors of at least one other Dinobot, and I think it's a Leader Class 2. Which
I still don't have a full set of the Fans Toys Dinobots. I'm still lagging in that department. Eventually, if we ever have conventions again, maybe I'll find them at a convention.
They're hard to come by now.
From what I've seen in the review, he is a perfect, he's a damn near perfect figure, retail figure. Only issues is like the hollowness in the forearms and robot mode and that black chest randomly, and they gave him wheelie instead of a sword. But other than that, the legs are fully enclosed. Everything is mostly fully enclosed except the arms. And it even still has articulation in a dinosaur mode. It's not just the legs.
And even the arms are forgivable given the transformation. I mean, yeah, they could have had a slide up panel or something like that, but at least it's not just hollow for the sake of saving plastic. There's a reason for it. Not that I'm usually okay with.
I guess I'd rather this not be like white, like bone white.
It is kind of stark, isn't it? It's
I'd rather
it's animation accurate, but it's still kind of weird.
It probably should be like maybe like a light shade of gray or something, like a lighter shade than the rest of it.
The tail is.
There's his crotch.
I'm sorry, this puts the other one to shame.
Yeah.
I never liked that figure much anyway.
Right. I don't even know why I still have those.
Those Dinobots.
And I'm happy with the. Do we have the picture of them all together? I like the scale of all.
The movie figures.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right there. I was super jealous. The only thing missing is Wreck-Car.
I feel like Magnus is a little undersized. Was he always that small compared to Grimlock?
I think in the movie they were probably the same height.
Okay. Still, it's hard to believe that we're getting this accurate. Just that whole picture of figures. It's like if you'd have told us a year ago that all that shit was coming out, we'd be like, "You're lying."
Yeah,
that's what we would say.
And for retail.
For retail, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in for this Grimlock for sure. It sounds like most everybody is.
Yeah, since Masterpiece is getting super expensive, this is really good for people.
I think too, between and this could be a discussion for another day, but I think between third party and official Masterpiece, I mean, a lot of folks might be the folks of age to collect this stuff might be deciding like, I'm good. I've got all the characters I need with the representations I need. So stuff like this at a cheaper price point might be luring people back in. You know, just a thought.
Nightwingham's telling me to check my mic input. Is it?
I think he means for the crackling. You sound all right. It's just when the helicopter starts to land.
Oh, I still don't think that's me. So prove it. Show me the evidence.
We're gonna count the ballots and we'll
Ooh, he went there.
We got Nevada on it. Nevada's gonna count your ballots and see.
And then I'm gonna sue and demand a recount.
I think that's how we should.
And then I'm not gonna leave. Anyway. What's next?
You do have on the orange hoodie.
You do. Next, there's a note in here about Hasbro's Fan First Friday tomorrow. There's no image unless you have one.
In the main chat, we got that image of the Miles Morales wave of Marvel Legends. I know they're going to show that off tomorrow.
I pasted there's a link to that coming up after this.
Oh yeah, I've got that ready to go.
But I mean, just for the Fan First Friday, the triple one, it's going to be they're going to have another collaborative. They had the logo on for Transformers Ghostbusters, so there's going to be another collaborative release, which I thought was interesting because they already have 2 down. So I'm trying to think what else would there be. Maybe a helicopter? Are we thinking maybe is that Ecto 2? Isn't Ecto 2 the helicopter they used in the TV show?
Oh God!
Am I asking you to go too far back?
Yeah, maybe.
Because we have the MP Prime that's got the Ghostbusters, overlay, and then we have Ectotron. So my first thought was the helicopter. I can't think of what else there might be unless they have some kind of monster bots that they have like the Abominus molds and have them ghost decorations, from creatures and ghosts from the show and have it a big combiner set.
Ghost Starscream.
That could be.
Or what if they had like a pretender shell that opened up like those old Ghostbusters toys? Like it looked like a monster when you open it up with the teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't remember what are the other 2 in the triple. Was it Star Wars and Power Rangers or something else? I don't remember.
I don't think Power Rangers.
I can't be bothered to look it up.
I just was looking at it. It is it specifically says Transformers plus Ghostbusters, and then below that is Star Wars, Marvel Legends, but separate events. Okay. So you got Transformers, Ghostbusters 11, Star Wars 11:30, and Marvel Legends 12. So probably not crossing over Marvel and Star Wars. They're just their own little thing.
Still sounds good to me. I don't know. I think this their drops here on Mondays and Fridays have been pretty popular. I've liked it. I think it gives you something to look forward to at the beginning and end of the week. And if it's not a figure you're interested in, great. Move on with your day. If it is, then you have a window to pre-order it. And I don't think anything that's gone up has. I think stuff is sold out fairly quickly, but not obnoxiously fast. Like there's been enough time to get it. I haven't heard of too many people complaining, besides folks that come back and maybe like a day later try to get it and it's sold out. But I don't know. It seems like it's working out pretty well.
Right. Those people trip me out. I'm like, the thing was up for 2 hours. Where were you at?
Well, people work too. I understand if you don't have access to your phone while you're at an 8-hour job, I get that.
They need to hire somebody.
I agree. Or you could outsource your ordering to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
So we'll move on from that. Joe, it depends. What order are you going in? What do you have queued up? Whatever you put up on the screen, we'll talk about.
All right, I've got the Marvel Legends.
This is breaking news.
Breaking news as in you've heard it here first, or breaking news as in
we're
just now getting to
guys was the Frogman was hinted at, but Prowler, I had no idea, and I didn't know they were going to make the Peter Parker either.
Just in case no one knows the backstory on this, this is Frog Lady's husband from Mandalorian episode.
Mandalorian.
So he's patiently waiting for her to bring the eggs so that he can fertilize them.
Yeah.
He's not going to be happy.
If any of them make it back. Real quick, I guess, maybe a little side tangent real quick. Does anyone have any problems with the fact that Baby Yoda was eating the Frog Lady's eggs?
We should also
that they
mention,
were making a joke
less
about
than
it.
a week. Major spoilers for The Mandalorian.
It's been a week.
Episode. It hasn't been a week. Tomorrow it will have been a week.
It's been a week.
It hasn't been a week.
It's been more than 5 days.
You need to watch it at least by the next day when it's an internet show.
I mean, in the first season, he was eating a whole fucking frog. So why are we like...
I think the argument is that the Frog Lady is clearly a sentient being, and therefore he probably should not be eating her eggs, but
he's a baby.
Yeah,
you don't know about it.
I think it's what P said too in the chat, that like it bothered me too that nobody was stopping him. Like he did it once, okay, he did it twice. It's like I need to take steps now to try to intervene, and no one ever does.
That was my problem. I was like, why? Okay, you seen him do it. Make sure he can't do it. So the only thing that bothered me was I was worried that he was going to eat them all.
I blame Frog Lady completely. One, she clearly did not have a locking mechanism on the very high tech jar that apparently doesn't have a lock on it, and the fact that clearly she doesn't count them. If they were that important to her, you would think that she would immediately notice. Now, maybe one you wouldn't notice right away, but after he ate like 4 or 5 of them, she'd be like, "Wait a minute, this thing's getting lighter."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, back to Marvel Legends.
I'm excited about the Peter Parker, except the fact that he doesn't come with a Spider-Man all the way on face. But once I get that, I know I'm not going to get the effects probably.
Well, he's got the coat on though. I don't think it makes sense unless that coat would be removable to have him have an all the way on Spider-Man face.
And
but I agree.
The Prowler is the one I'm mainly shocked about.
I guess we don't have. This is the clearest picture we've got, right? Because it's not
officially
revealed
yet. Tomorrow. Rainy.
Till tomorrow. The Peter B. Parker was. We didn't know about that. That might be the one I pick up because I really like that design. I wonder how much reuse is on the Gwen.
It's all the way. The only thing they did was they gave her new feet because she had on ballerina shoes, and of course she has a new head sculpt.
Well, she's always had ballerina shoes. Were they a different design? The old figure had that too.
They actually like sculpted it in, from what I saw.
Okay.
The old ones, they were black regular Marvel Legends feet with like a a blue line on it or something like that.
Right, it wasn't sculpted in.
Yeah.
And then they have a troop builder set. Hopefully there's multiples to a pack, but I guess this is 6 figures, so there may not be.
Oh, yeah, there's usually 8. So we'll probably get 2 Miles Morales and 2 of the hand ninjas.
Yeah, hand ninjas would be good, a good troop builder, like I said. And I'm sure there are people that, when I saw that, I'm like, well, he would have to fight my G.I. Joe Red Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they have to fight for red martial arts trained supremacy.
Or he could be a part of them.
No, that no. They have to
But
bow.
I think they were genius with that too, because he comes with the leg enhancer, so you can just buy a bunch of those, and Stealth Man can be super duper 8.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. That's a good idea. Yeah, because the Build-A-Figure is Stilt Man, and yes, that was very smart on their part.
Oh, we can see that Hasbro is trying. They put actual effort into stuff.
When they want to.
I think the Frogman was teamed up with no, I keep forgetting their names. The Bunny Girl. I liked her for all of 2 weeks. And then she got replaced by another new toy.
See, there you go. They can make the hand ninjas lower rank from the Cobra Red ninjas. No, they still have to fight. They have to duke it out. Sorry. there can only be one Crimson martial artist. And then the other Marvel Legends news that we had dropped today that was teased by, it was actually leaked at first by online, but then even leaked further by J. Jonah Jameson himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with his newspaper breaking news headline about the sighting of this dude. Oh, no, that was, no. You know what? That was a really good segue, and I fucked it up because that was the Cyborg Spider. Damn it. Anyway, cool looking Spider-Man. Negative pizza.
Yeah, Negative Zone Spider-Man. I like, this wasn't even ever announced, and it's just in the store already, which is amazing.
We knew about this somehow. How did we know about this?
I think they hinted at it, and probably one of those live streams.
It was in the notes. It was in the copyright information at the bottom of a listing. That's what it was, because it said coming soon. I think J. Jonah Jameson, the Cyborg Spider-Man, and then this dude was mentioned as well. That could be fake news, but I seem to remember that having happened.
Is there a link for the other one that you were talking about? Because I don't see it.
No, this is. I think we talked about him last week, and if not, it's Cyborg Spidey. He's got one cyborg guy. He's very 90s.
Yeah.
But so is this. But it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. They probably meant for this to be available tomorrow, but somebody must have slipped up. Because last time they did a reveal, the stuff showed up right in stores right after the reveal.
What store was this found in? Do we know?
Looked like Target and I forgot, Idaho or some crazy place like that.
So it's either a Target exclusive or a non-retail exclusive.
Yep, but there he is. If you like cookies and cream Spider-Man, he comes with all the hands you need, wall crawling and whipping and fist. That's all.
That's what pissed me off about this Spider-Man. This is the vintage wave Spider-Man that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like that dude just had like 6 different pairs of hands. Why? Why are these the only hands that we get with him that were? Where's the fists? Where's the splayed out? I wanted splayed out hands, and I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to sit here and bitch about it on my show.
Right. I can't remember what accessories he came with.
Very.
Oh yeah,
little.
2 heads and another pair of hands.
It may have been fist hands. I can't remember. Either way, it wasn't the wall crawling hands that I would have wanted with it. But I'm just going to bitch about it.
For $25, they need to just give everybody fist, wall crawling, the web sling shooting hands, and a gripping hand so he can hold the webs and throw webs in there. $25.
And I think they should put you in charge of the Marvel Legends division, and you can make calls like that because they don't want to do that.
They're very cheap. I think because of the new articulation, he had to cost more.
But they know. See, I don't buy that because the first one's going to cost more, but then they know they're going to reuse that mold,
Right?
Dozens of times,
And they know it's going to sell.
and they know it's going to sell. Oh, what we got here? Oh, is this the Remnant Trooper? Yes. If you want him, he's sold out because he's Target.
And he's gone. Wait a minute. I think we have a thing for that, don't we? No, I lied.
You lied. So this is the Mandalorian, the Black Series, Star Wars, the Black Series, the Mandalorian Imperial Remnant Trooper. This is the very exact same Stormtrooper that just came out, except this one's dirty and downtrodden and probably a little suicidal because he's just not having a good empire right now.
It would be awesome if all of them had different scuffs on their body.
Yeah, because that's somebody had pointed out how if they all have the same wear and tear. I mean, I think that's kind of nitpicky. I'm not going to look at it that. If I had a few of these, I probably wouldn't notice. But yeah, that's a point.
You know what? You could probably just draw your own dirt on it.
Right. That's what would stop you from getting the more readily available regular release of this guy and just scuffing him up yourself.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they just did the old coffee dye staining trick around some parts of it, and then like took a little marker and just kind of like dabbed it in places.
Yeah, I mean, if you took a knife or something and carved up, dings, scratches, took chunks out of the armor, and then took a Gundam marker and started highlighting those, I don't.
Gundam marker.
Yeah, I think you can make this yourself. So the pre-order window for this guy was open for about 5 minutes. I pre-ordered him and then felt really guilty and canceled it. So I'm not getting him.
What store was it pre-orderable?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What store was it at?
Target.
Yeah, that's why no one can have it.
That's why no one. Yeah.
They need to get better. I do like the worn off paint look where it looks like you can see the metal underneath the shoulder pads.
Yeah, he looks good. I just don't. If they hadn't just released the regular version, I'd probably have been down for this. But it was just 2 waves ago.
But this is specifically Mandalorian.
Yeah, it sure is.
Which I was going to just use my trooper that I'm pointing at that you can't see.
Well, we know it's there.
The one that looks like it got blown up with the battle effects, the deluxe one.
Yeah, that came with the stand and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a Disney Store exclusive, wasn't it? No,
because I found them in GameStop.
Well, just correct me then. Sure. So here's the Hasbro the Black Series 1/1 scale Mandalorian helmet from our favorite show.
Does it make you sound like you can't breathe?
It squishes your nose and makes you look like you've been in a fight once you take your helmet off. It changes your face pretty.
You're not allowed to take it off, though. See, that's a problem. You put this on, and you're not allowed to take it off.
Do you think that's a feature?
I think it is. I think it actually clamps onto your head, and you can't physically.
And every time you try to pull it off, the voice clips. This is the way. This is the way. We're like, no, this is the way.
But it acts like the mask, where it starts pulling your skin with.
See, the mask would have made a good Mandalorian because he couldn't take it off if he wanted to, hardly.
Yeah. Can you actually put this on? I mean, I guess you'd have to have an appropriate sized head, but is this actually hollowed out on the inside so you can actually put it on, or does it have a bunch of shit in there?
Now, it's Jordan and Dave, I believe, own some of these 1/1 scale wearables, but I'm fairly certain you can wear them.
Gotcha.
I know Jordan's got a few of the helmets, but I do not. I don't usually go in for this kind of stuff. I have kind of dabbled with the idea.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go. It's breaking news.
You even got a little strap up there, some cushioning. So it looks like you can adjust it to fit your particular size skull.
Yep.
You have to put a stocking cap on first, so they don't cut into your scalp.
Oh, you have you worn one of these?
Mm-mm. No, I'm just thinking if you have bare skin up there, how would that feel?
Somebody's secretly a Mandalorian. Don't try to cover it up.
Well, does it have lights on the inside? That's awesome.
Yeah, it does.
These things are pretty premium for what I've seen.
For $100.
I wonder if you can actually see out of that thing.
I imagine you can.
I mean, why don't people just wear these like all the time?
Because it's not out yet.
Well, I mean, if there's other ones like this, I know there's a Vader one.
Once they're out, you may start to.
Does this qualify as wearing a face mask?
I would think it does.
Yep.
So I could wear this around, Disney,
anywhere,
and they wouldn't be able to.
Oh, you probably faint after 20 minutes in Walmart
or in Florida.
I would imagine that wearing this in Florida on a nice 100-degree day.
Yeah, probably not the best way to go.
If Mando can do it and walk through a desert
twice, he's been on Tatooine twice.
Then I think I can handle it.
But it might have some type of air conditioning system in there. I bet.
I mean, the armor works with a fucking furnace. Like it's. She's able to put up with it.
And she has like fur on.
Yeah, right. And she's wearing fur. It's like, she's just craziness. It's just.
This is the way.
So yeah, I mean, they're cool. Everyone knew that the Mandalorian helmet was going to come out, and the Remnant Trooper is kind of a thing. I still, the other thing that we didn't point out on that box is that for anybody who doesn't know, the new Black Series boxes have side art. And the side art is continuous when you line the boxes up with all the other numbers. And the Remnant Trooper has the side art picture of Moff Gideon. It's got part of his cape and I think his arm. So that confirms that the Moff Gideon Black Series figure is right around the corner, which is the one I'm personally really excited about. That's the one I want. And we don't
they have like the old school type vintage and like the newer, more detailed vintage. Small ones. Well, Moff, Gideon, whatever his name is.
Moff Gideon, yeah.
Moff Gideon.
So the Black Series one should be right around the corner. And do the vintage ones come with the Darksaber? Do you know? The Black Series one almost has to, right? I mean.
Yeah. I want to say yeah, but I don't want to be lying. But that's the only thing it can come with it besides a blaster.
Right. Could come with a Crash TIE Fighter, too.
I think Kevin has like 3 of those daggone things.
What else you got for us, Joe?
This is a thing.
They live.
I have zero idea about any of this, so I'm going to just stay quiet.
Well, back in I saw it in like 1990. He found these those sunglasses, and when he put on the sunglasses, he got woke. He was able to see that half of the population was aliens, and in all the advertisements they had like hidden messages like obey. Like you see right there in the window. Well, I think he went past. Like he could see all the hidden messages, so he went around killing people, and everybody else was thinking that he was just a murderer. He was shooting the aliens.
Well, you just added a whole lot of side story to a movie that really is all about a guy that just wanted some bubble gum and he didn't have any bubble gum. And he was really mad about it, so he just wanted to kick ass.
Yep.
Now, everything else was just like, filler story.
I'm gonna have to watch that again because I haven't watched it since 1990.
But this is that weird NECA line with the soft goods and everything. I feel like this would be better if they just did their normal NECA. I don't even know if there's a name for the different lines, but the normal NECA figures that we see at Walmart and Target.
Ultimate, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
This beyond Ultimate, I forget what they call these.
This is like their attempt at like what are they called? the Migos is that what they're called? The
I
Migo
would
figures
say
or whatever.
Those
they're
doll
But
type,
like
yeah.
but like more posability and
They're between Migos and Mezcos.
yeah.
Oh, they're gonna make the aliens to you.
I guess.
And
Yeah, there they are.
Matt, that's what they look like when
Yeah.
they put on glasses.
Looks very B movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like I never even heard of it till I saw it on cable.
And real quick to answer your question, sir, why is Target only receiving Venomized Spider-Gwens and Miles? They're not. I can confirm today I saw a Carnage in Target. I didn't buy it, though.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they're the two. Well, I can't say that because female figures always sell poor. So they probably had 2 waves and everybody bought all the rest of them except Gwen and Spider Miles.
But that Gwen is really cool looking. I like the way it looks.
Man, I got a question. When you are shopping in your physical form in a store, and you do you like pick up the thing and put it in your cart and then decide you don't want it and put it back on the shelf, or do you go up to the register and like show it to the cashier and say, I might buy this, but then right before she scans it, do you yank it out of her hand and then throw it back?
So I picked up Carnage and I was going to buy it and I carried it with me. I went back to look at the PlayStation 5 stuff. I went back to look at the NECA section. And then from then on my way back, I replaced it back behind a Miles in case I changed my mind. So it would still be there. And then I left the store. So I don't know at what point I was going to change my mind or what I was in. There have been times when I get right up to the exit of the building and I'm like, I'm going to go back and buy the thing. And then I would go back and get it. That didn't happen this time, though. So, yes, I even cancel my orders in person, live, with the thing in my hand.
Yes, yeah. And there's probably someone in the room in the back in security office, like watching you, tracing you through the store, wondering, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I look lost from the cameras.
A little
sure.
sus, as the kids would say these days.
Me and Matt are exactly the same. Like that $10 Halo figure that I was showing y'all that was so amazing. I walked around the store for like a half hour with that and I put it back on the shelf.
All right, what do we got? What else?
Any more news that we want to talk about?
We have well, there's a thing here about Naval Commander. Let me pull that up. I don't know if any of us are in this, but there's a fan's hobby.
I like it. I don't know if I like him enough to want to buy it. I think the torso is way too long. I know it's really, really close to being accurate, but the torso is way too long. Like the grill of the truck on the original animation and on the original toy, the bottom of the grill was right above his crotch.
like down
right
here.
there. Yeah.
And there's also this extra section of his blue torso that shouldn't be there.
I think if they remolded the bottom of the grill to come down to that point where the blue part is, it would look better. But
well, this is still early too.
And I think eventually, because after what is it called? The thing, at the Earthrise. I keep forgetting what it's called. Kingdom. After Kingdom is going to be the year for the anniversary of Armada, so we'll probably get that Armada convoy that they teased us with, and it disappeared. I'm shocked that this isn't getting shut down like that Unicron.
Still may. Give it time.
Also, that panel behind his head and the picture below this one.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think they should have figured a way to make it slide down his back instead of hanging out all floppy like his collar is back there.
Yeah, you would think that the cab of the truck would be able to hinge out and then that would hide inside.
Yeah. I mean, the original toy, it was behind his head, but it wasn't like angled outward. And it wasn't above his head. It was like right behind his head. I'm nitpicking, and I don't like the things behind his leg. I mean, I like that they flare out. The original toy drove me up the wall. What's happening? Oh,
He's leaving us.
oh, the panels behind the leg on the original toy, they were actually wrapped around the legs, and you lost a bunch of articulation. So that's good that they put them out like a samurai or something like that.
It looks like this would still get in the way a lot, and they must. I mean, I guess they hinge right here, so you can move them out of the way as
How's
needed.
that for topical? Look at that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have Bendy Prime to you?
Nope. This is the only one I have, but I won't bore you the story, but just within the past week, this guy came up. So I just happened to know where he was. Let me transform him real quick.
Do you remember the light was so weak in his hand that was supposed to make the gun light up? He had a bunch of electronics for a leader class. I think this was the first $40 figure.
But here on the smaller version is how far there's where the head covers. Looks at from behind.
I guess it is above his head.
Barely. I mean, it's from square on. It's about the same.
And because of that, the skirts around his legs, he has no outward motion unless you...
Right, which is way worse on that here's the regular version. But I mean, it does more, obviously, but still.
No, that is Bendy Prime.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the more posable.
No,
I thought that was the leader class one that actually combines with the trailer.
No, this is the standalone piece. Okay, I had no idea what a Bendy Prime is, so I figured this is something I never heard of. I was like, I probably don't know.
Yeah, on the regular version, his legs were totally enclosed by those side skirts.
Gotcha. So then, yes, I have Bendy Prime. He does, if you angle his shoulders up and you put his arms up, he can snap his arm.
He can break. Oh.
You can break it right here live on the show. You can wacky waving inflatable arm filling prime man.
Sweet.
Now, if you had a minicon in his back, I think you can make him have a punching action. He came with that minicon that looked like Leader One.
Yeah, he does. He has the thing on his back. Yeah, for minicon port.
Yeah, I actually have a show review on that one if you want to look it up. Let me go make sure I have Bendy in the description somewhere.
He's good. He was always one of my favorites.
His nickname was Bendy Prime because he had more articulation than any of the Armada figures. Like, he has ankle pivot and all that.
The reason I have it is because I gave it to Colin to play with a year or two back, and we were going through and cleaning out all of his toys, and she was gonna throw it was in the throw out pile or the sell pile. And I rescued it.
That was
and I hit her.
That was a figure that I bought for my son years ago and didn't buy for myself.
You PlayStation 5 like that too, didn't you?
Right. But then eventually I did buy this Bendy Prime for myself, just like what's gonna happen with oh yeah, I did put it in the description. I put it in the title. Transformers Armada Deluxe Optimus Bendy Prime with Overrun. The minicon.
See, that's what more Transformers need is a Mighty Pants mode. So I agree. Mighty Pants mode is the way it should go. What else we got, Joe?
Well, I'm going to show something that is not.
Some skin?
Oh, that's not on the dock.
Official dock.
I'm cool with that. We got time. Oh, these guys.
And it's just, yeah, this I guess was announced today, or the pictures came out today.
I've not even seen this.
This is skippable for me.
Yeah, well, most of it is for me too, and I'm not a whole up to the current, last night story and all that, but this Wonder Woman seems kind of intriguing. So this is something I would probably impulse buy, but the Bane Build-A-Figure also looks pretty cool, which they're really not showing the Bane, but they're showing the Scarecrow with the Bane. I don't know why Scarecrow is combined with Red Hood. I don't know anything about the storyline.
Look at the other pictures, he has no legs.
Yeah, he does not. He literally
rides on Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the comic, he rides on Bane like that. And that really Batman, you notice the symbol on Bane's face is a bat.
Yes.
He looks like he has no articulation in the hips at all. Like it's just a posable statue.
There's a better picture. I don't think they have all that good of a picture. Yeah, they don't. Unless we can get a shot of his torso in one of these. Where is his torso? Who's it come with?
In a box with Scarecrow.
Well, you can see where his. So yeah, he probably has no hip movement whatsoever. He probably just has like thigh swivel.
Wait, go back to the box with the legs.
And they just pop on.
Yeah, I can't even tell if they have knees.
There's.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
you can see the hinge.
There's a hinge there.
Look at the bottom leg. You can see it right below the knee pad. Right. Yep. Right there.
If the hips move forward, I would be shocked because they sure don't look like they do.
Nah, this
looks like a solid.
Yeah, that's all solid piece. But I mean, I guess if you're going to sell half of an action figure, then you might as well have a pretty big Build-A-Figure to go along with it. Because how else would they sell this half of a Scarecrow?
And they force you to buy the Build-A-Figure,
which I'm sure is accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So
saying
this is all a skip for me.
So can you?
But this looks kind of cool. I mean, this is different. It just kind of looks neat. I think if I saw this in the store, I'd probably pick it up.
Look at her ankles.
Yeah, in that one picture, they look pretty god awful.
She's standing up. That's a booger foot right there.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's a booger foot.
That's just poor posing. Yeah,
Can you bring up the Batman? What does the Batman look like?
So yeah, I'm not sure of the story. There's two of them here.
Okay, what are the Batman? Yeah, that one.
This is supposed to be
cool
Omega. Looking. It might just only be Omega or Omega Batman. I'm sure the chat is like ripping me a new one for not knowing this shit, but
no, they're asleep. It's fine.
It's good. Yeah, this looks cool. Yeah.
People. Thank you, people.
Thank you for watching. He needs. Where's the rest of his cape? I feel like he probably gets made fun of by the other Batman for having the shorter, kind of stumpy cape.
Wait till Batman Beyond comes.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
I think he's just being practical with his money, and he decided that he could save, by only having half a cape.
But then he puts little like sprinkle red little lines.
Well, you can't have everything.
That does look like Batman 2099.
And then there's this other one.
You said there's two Batman. Oh, and then yeah.
He comes with the Joker's head in a jar.
That's pretty cool. That's from the cover. I have not read this comic, but I remember seeing that cover. Yep, that's the one. I'm guessing that's a straitjacket.
Yeah.
And he made cape out of. But you know what? He has a W on his chest, like it's straight up Wayne.
Yeah. I have a feeling that this storyline just has way too much to unpack. I don't think I could follow it at all. But all the figures that we've seen from this, they look cool. They all have a very, interesting aesthetic to them.
I hope people like them so they won't linger in the store too long.
Right.
Like movie Wonder Woman.
Like I said, I like the look of that Batman enough where I would pre-order it and then cancel it. but I would pre-order it.
But the question is, how long would you hold that pre-order?
Probably for at least a day or so, and then I'd feel bad about it. Or maybe right before release date, I would cancel it.
I think I like Batman 2099 as Jedi Mindset called.
Do you think Batman 2020 would just be like, he would be unshaven and fat, and he would come with a recliner and hand sanitizer that would hold in his one grip hand?
Yeah, probably. It would come with it'd come with a box of Clorox wipes, hand sanitizer, and a stimulus check.
And it would come paired with a Robin, but there'd be magnets in them, but they're opposite magnets, so they couldn't be like every time you put one close to the other would back away. You know, see that? We got the ideas.
Yeah.
This part of the Figure Action group, we're the idea crew.
Maybe that should have been the answer to the question that we started the show off with. Would be the 2020 line of action figures.
I think that's the way to go.
Because if you would have done that even just a year or two ago, people would be like, "You're ridiculous. This is crazy. This is too far out there. This would never happen."
Yeah.
But now, I mean, look, the Mr. Freeze figures have been coming with face masks forever, and everyone thought that was crazy. And now look who's laughing.
And Bane was ahead of his time.
Bane, right?
Batman has the opposite of what he should have.
He's one of those ones that would wear the mask down with his nose sticking out. He's not.
I guess we know who Batman
I've
is.
got a mask on. It doesn't count, Batman. Prove it. You're gonna get people sick. Swear to me. I don't know what this is. My Batman mask, right? Just leave me be. We're approaching the end of the show. It's just the way it is.
Did I send y'all that clip of like Batman was supposed to be out there with the Joker and he was beating the Joker up and the Joker was complaining about him not having on the mask?
I don't remember seeing that, but you may well have sent it. So that's a good point. Gita Articulated Figure Reviews here says, "Oh joy, more Batman." How do you feel about that for the McFarlane line?
He clearly has a thing for Batman, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, he can make some other, there's so much in the DC universe alone that he doesn't have to spend this much time on Batman. You know what I would like is
DC multiverse. It should just be Batman multiverse.
Yeah, they should go back to the 90s, and I would like to see like the Death and Return and Reign of the Supermen line, the Man of Tomorrow and Steel and well, no, it was Eradicator. Eradicator was one. Help me out here. Yeah, the Eradicator, Cyborg, Superman, Steel,
and
then what was the other one? There's a fourth one, right?
One of them looked like a kid, right?
Oh yeah, Superboy. Yeah.
So
somebody
was a lot
during the fake Comic-Con. Somebody was interviewing some people from McFarlane, and they suggested that
the fake Comic-Con.
Yeah, well, Comic-Con online.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. A lot of good artwork and character designs, classic character designs from that era.
I think that's supposed to be on the radar.
The mullet, the long-haired mullet Superman.
Do you think the part of the problem may also be too that the first few Batman that they came out with were all so similar looking that there's enough variants, I think, where they'll sell, but you had the animated and then the different colored animated and then a lot of very samey looking Batman on the shelf at the same time. I feel like that was really the problem. Not that there's a lot of Batman, but that a lot of the similar designs came out almost all at once.
Mm-hmm.
That's still going on now because you have the Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight Batman out at the same time.
Right. That's what. Yeah. Exactly. Where like the armored Batman is vastly different, and then obviously the Knight's Batman is totally different a piece, each one. So that sort of doesn't count in my book.
A Nick Cage Superman. That would be. I think a lot of people probably wouldn't get that one, but that would be pretty awesome.
I think that should be a Hot Toys release. This is a good question. I have no idea. Which superhero has the most variant costumes? Iron Man, Batman, or Spider-Man? I would say Spider-Man, probably.
I don't know. Iron Man has a different armor for any possible occasion that you could possibly think of ever.
Now, do you mean in toys or the actual comics?
I read that he doesn't say toys, so I'm guessing he means just like in general.
But don't underestimate how many variant costumes Batman has.
All right, he has a butt ton.
Yeah.
Just the McFarlane alone in the past year, we got like 20 different Batman.
And a lot of the Spider-Man variants are very, very similar to. It's like, oh, they made this line go a little bit different of an angle to this direction than the last costume, so it's different. At least to me, anyway.
A little tiny bit of side note, breaking news. If you wanted any of the Walmart exclusive Black Series figures, they are on for pre-order on the site right now. The Super Commando, Mando, the Ahsoka Troopers. So
Beskar Mando?
If you're, it's not the Walmart exclusive, but so if you're listening now live, go to Walmart and get them if you don't have them already.
We should go to Walmart now and just watch them go out of stock so that we can.
I was going to order the Supermando, but I just don't want to pay. It's $5 extra. It's $25 for the exclusive plus shipping. I don't feel like that. I'm not doing that.
Look up Mandalorian. Lexus.
You mean you want the link to it? I have the link.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm working on it. Sending it now. Sending prayers. There you go. So, we have any other news that you guys want to dive into?
I think that may be it. I can't think of anything.
I'm sleepy as normal.
Okay. Well, then I will take that as a good end point for the show. And then I click end broadcast, and it was like, well, is that it? Are we done?
I think what T's trying to say is...
Yes.
Wrap it up.
Still live.
Wrap it up.
Now you're muted. Why are you muted?
Why are you muted?
He put himself in timeout.
Staring intently at the screen.
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
He is. I thought he was staring.
You killed his stream.
That's very good.
So, there we go. He's back.
I was like, what? Did we close? Sometimes my Wi-Fi just acts stupid.
So anyway, thank you all for stopping by. We always appreciate the patronage. Go to the FAP shop if you want our merchandise on your body, because that's you can even buy a shirt and use it as a washcloth or a towel.
You could buy the Dave shirt. Did we have a Dave shirt?
I thought it was taken off.
No, not that Dave shirt. The other Dave. There's another Dave. Oh, the Dave face mask. The Dave neck gaiter would make an excellent dish rag.
Nothing to add. Just
that. Yes.
So go on and can you put that in the description? Also doubles as a dish rag.
Yes.
Okay. So there you go.
See, I think Dave would appreciate that.
We're innovating just right here in front of y'all's eyes. It's like seeing fucking geniuses at work. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you all for coming out. We have the all the contact information now conveniently down in the show notes. So if you want to find any of our stuff outside of the show, Instagrams, channels, it's all listed down there. Check out T-Man Reviews. Check out Joe's photography on the Instagram. That's it, though. Well, I'm not going to waste any more of your time tonight. Thanks for coming out, and we will see you all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.